There are moments in television that remind you these are real people behind the cameras, and what unfolded around Ben Shephard this week was one of those quietly devastating reminders. While the Good Morning Britain studio carried on with its usual rhythm of breaking news and lively debate, something far more personal was weighing on one of its most familiar faces. And when the details began to emerge about the health situation connected to his wife Annie, the response from across Britain was immediate, heartfelt, and deeply moving. Ben Shephard has been a fixture on British daytime television for well over 2 decades. Whether anchoring the morning news desk, sparring good-naturedly with co-hosts, or conducting some of the program's most memorable interviews, he has built a reputation not just as a competent broadcaster, but as someone genuinely warm and present on screen. Viewers feel like they know him. And in many ways, that sense of familiarity is exactly why news involving his family carries such emotional weight. Good Morning Britain itself sits at the center of the UK's morning television landscape. Broadcast live on ITV from 6 a.m. each weekday, the show commands a fiercely loyal audience that tunes in not just for the headlines, but for the personalities delivering them. It is a program built on chemistry, spontaneity, and a certain unspoken trust between presenter and viewer. So when something touches the personal life of one of its anchors, that trust creates a genuine, collective concern, not the performative kind you might find in celebrity culture, but something quieter and more sincere. The situation involving Annie Shephard, Ben's wife of more than 20 years, became a topic of widespread conversation after details emerged linking her to a hospital situation that left many of their well-wishers deeply concerned. Annie, who has largely maintained a private life away from the glare of her husband's high-profile career, has been spoken of by Ben over the years with unmistakable affection. He has referenced her grounding influence, her steadiness, and the family life they have built together with their 2 sons. She is, by all accounts, the anchor behind the anchor. What made this particular development resonate so strongly was the timing and the context. Ben has himself been no stranger to health challenges in recent times, having undergone surgery and a notable period of recovery that kept him off screen for a stretch that his regular viewers noticed immediately. He returned to Good Morning Britain with characteristic professionalism, rarely making the ordeal about himself. That restraint, that quiet dignity, is part of what makes the Shephard family story feel so affecting to those who have followed his career. When word spread about Annie's hospital news, the outpouring was swift and genuine. Messages flooded in from viewers who have spent years watching Ben at the breakfast table, people who feel, however irrationally, that they have shared something real with him across millions of mornings. Fellow presenters and people connected to the ITV family also added their voices, with warm and supportive words circulating widely. The word prayers was used repeatedly, and not in any hollow or performative way. There was a sincerity to it that was difficult to ignore. From a broadcasting perspective, moments like these do something interesting to a program's relationship with its audience. Good Morning Britain has always walked a careful line between news program and human interest television. It is a show that can pivot from a government minister being grilled over policy failures to a tearful reunion segment within the same hour. That tonal range is part of its identity. And when the personal lives of its presenters intersect with that emotional register, the lines between the show and its human cast blur in ways that can feel unexpectedly powerful. There is also something to be said for the broader culture of care that exists within the ITV daytime community. Those who have worked on programs like Good Morning Britain often describe a closeness that goes beyond professional collegiality. Presenters, producers, and crew form bonds through the shared intensity of live television, the early mornings, the last-minute changes, the unscripted moments that define the program. That community aspect was visible in the response to news about Annie, with support coming not just from the public, but from within the industry itself. For Ben, navigating a personal worry while maintaining his professional commitments is nothing new, but it is never easy. There is a particular kind of strength required to sit in front of a camera and project calm authority when your private world feels uncertain. Most viewers would never know the effort that takes. Most would not need to. But in moments like this one, when the curtain is briefly pulled back, there's a renewed appreciation for the human beings doing that work every morning. It would be premature to speculate about what the coming weeks might bring for the Shephard family or for Ben's schedule on Good Morning Britain. What is clear is that the support surrounding them is real, visible, and deeply felt by those who have sent it. Health situations have a way of reducing everything else to its proper size, the debates, the ratings, the industry politics, and leaving only what actually matters. What matters here, plainly and simply, is that a family is navigating a difficult moment and an enormous number of people are thinking of them. If this story touched you, leave a comment below. It means something to know viewers are engaged with not just the news, but the people behind it. Give the video a like if you found it worthwhile, and subscribe for more coverage of British television, its programs, and the remarkable people who make them. We will keep you updated as this story develops.